Hello, this is Amanda Matson again, making another video for my students. We are making confidence intervals today. And the idea here is that we want to use Posit.Cloud again to build a confidence interval. And so I've put together 4 checkpoints. We want to be able to generate a confidence interval if you have a data set that's been prepared already, and translate that into words. And then maybe you've got 2 different variables you want to think about, and then we're going to translate that into words. So these are the things we want to do. And so I'm assuming you've got a data set that's got a column and you care about them, and that's already prepared. If it's not prepared, then you need to go prepare your data set. So here, I have a variable loaded, a data set loaded called temps up here. And so if I check my data just to make sure, I'm going to take my temps and my average temperature and push it into summary. And I've got like everything looks like a number. I don't have any NAs. Everything looks nice and clean. And so I'm going to take that as a copy and a paste up here just to remember the data I'm working with. I'm taking my average temperature and I'm all set to go. To make a confidence interval, I am going to use something called a t-test. And so I'm going to take my clean temps instead of this. It's temps average temperature. That's the one that I checked up here. And I'm going to have a confidence level of whatever I want. Like maybe I want it to be 99%. And so 0.99 if I want it 99%. And so you're going to override this one with your data, and you're going to override this with your confidence level that you care about. So I'm taking those 2 things, I'm putting them into the t-test function and saving what we get from the t-test function into a new variable called results. The results variable is going to have a bunch of things in it. Like we'll use the t-test in Posit.Cloud for other things as well. But one of the things it does is make a confidence interval. And so results is a new data set. And one of its columns is a confidence interval column, and part 1 and part 2 are already there. And I can hit play, and I get these 2 numbers. And so from this, I can say I am 99% confident. The average temperature, the average of the global average temperatures, which is what my data was, is between 13.8. I think this is in degrees Celsius. It's capital C. And 17.9 degrees. And that's it. And so once I run my t-test and I get my confidence interval, it brings my left bound and my right bound, and then I can just interpret it. I am, however, confident that the average of whatever my thing is I was looking at is between my left bound from up here and my right bound from over there in whatever units I'm looking at. And that's it for the first type of confidence interval. So we have done these 2. I can generate a confidence interval for a prepared data set, and I can translate it into words. All right, next, what if I want 2 variables that I want to play with and then translate that into words? I have to split my data. So maybe you already have something that's split up. That's great. If you don't, then we need to split it quickly. So this is me splitting. And I'm going to use the filter command. This is global land temperatures, so I'm going to pick Germany is going to be all of my temps that are of the country Germany. And how about Mexico? All attempts that are from country Mexico. And hopefully I don't have any typos here. I play. Look at that. I've got a Mexico and a Germany. This is pretty small, 9 and 4. I like having more data than that. So it's gonna, I wouldn't trust the results of this confidence interval because my data sets are like tiny. Too small to rely. So caveat, too small. But I'm gonna do the same thing as before. Where results becomes what I get when I do a t-test with Germany, average temperatures, and with Mexico, average temperatures. And my confidence level is now, let's go with 90%. And then I'm going to look at the results, $confident1, and results, $confident2. And so I've got group 1 of data, group 2 of data, confidence level, and then the rest of it's the same. And so I get this. I am 90% confident that the average difference in the average temperatures of Germany and Mexico between negative 19.7 degrees Celsius and negative 3.5 degrees Celsius with Mexico. You'll notice if I change the order and put Mexico before Germany, I should get the same numbers, but the signs will change. So when I hit play, I have my 3.5 is now positive and 19.7 is now positive. And so I would like flip that around the other way around. So the order actually matters between Mexico and Germany. Is between a positive 3.5 degrees Celsius and positive 19.7 degrees Celsius with Mexico warmer. And so whichever one you put first goes first when you're talking about the difference between this and that. If your data happens to be in the same data set, like you have a column 1 and a column 2, you can just do that right here, where this is my data set column 1, and then this is the same data set column 2. And that's all you got to do. All right. As always, if you have questions, just go ahead and let me know. And I will field questions as they come my way. Thank you.